The next function for data manipulation is the arrange function. As the name of the function implies, um, the arrange function allows you to reorder or rearrange your data set according to one column. Let me give you an example. Let's take a quick look at the Gapminder data set once again. Alright, so currently the data set is ordered or it is arranged in alphabetical order using the country variable. But let's assume that I want to reorder the entire data set by life expectancy from the lowest life expectancy to the highest life expectancy. Okay, I can do it with the arrange function. The first argument of the arrange function is the data set name that I want to reorder, and then the title name for the column that I want to reorder the data set by. So life expectancy, like this. So let me run this, and now you see that the order of the data set is completely different, and the highest or the first row is the row with the observation of the lowest life expectancy in the entire data set, and that's Rwanda in 1992, and the life expectancy is at 23.6 years. Okay, so if you want to arrange the data set by a different variable, let's say GDP per capita, okay, you can do this, and now the entire data set has been rearranged in a slightly different way. Now the lowest GDP per capita is now the first row, and that's the Congo in 2002, and the GDP per capita was $241. The default behavior of the arrange function is to arrange your data set from the lowest to the highest value, but it is actually very possible to change the default behavior by rearranging your data set from the highest to the lowest. So let us rearrange the entire data set by the year column. From the highest year, in other words, the most recent year, to the lowest value for years. And for that, we can actually wrap the column title around the DESC, which stands for descending function. So year. Now we see that the latest year in the data set is 2007, and this comes first before any other year. We can actually do it for the variables that we've already used. Okay, so DESC, life expectancy, and this will allow us to know the country or the observation with the highest life expectancy in the entire data set, and that's Japan in 2007 with a life expectancy of 82.6. It is also very important to mention that the arrange function can rearrange your entire data set by more than one column. Let me use an example to show you what I mean by that. So let's assume that I want to start by rearranging the data set by year. So we're going to start from the year which is the furthest back, and then GDP per capita. Okay. So this is the resulting data set. So the first element used for rearranging is year, so we start from 1952, and for all 1952 values, the data set has been reordered from lowest to highest by GDP per capita as well. In order to have a clear picture of what is actually going on here, let us save the resulting data set into variable. So I'm going to call it Gapminder rearranged. That's a very long name, but I'm going to go with it. And let me view this data set. Okay, that's one of the good things with RStudio. You have code completion. So 1952 again, and then GDP per capita is rearranged in this year. Then the next year is 1957. Okay, so for 1957, I'm going to go to the very first value here. So the data set is again rearranged for 1957, and it goes on and on and on like that. Last example using the arrange function with more than one variable. It is possible to arrange the data set by one variable in descending order and another variable in ascending order, which is the default behavior. So I'm going to use year and population this time. So let me rearrange by year. So from the most recent, okay, to the year that is the furthest back, and population from the lowest to the highest. So let's check what happens with this one. So 2007, that's the most recent year, and the population is now from the lowest to the highest inside 2007, and then we continue in the same way.